Well, that was great having the city manager as our first guest. Hopefully we'll be able to have him back again sometime, and we can talk some more. This is just the beginning.
Yes, it was great meeting him. And how about, will you tell us about you? Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, I'm pretty fortunate in the sense that in having cerebral palsy, I was born on October 16th, 1976. I've always had, family and a mom that was really supportive of everything that I tried to do. From the first time going through the Lowell public schools and getting through school, and then being a person with a disability was able to roll across the stage and get my diploma along with everybody else. I actually also decided at some point in my life to get a college degree, and I went to Salem State, which is now Salem State University. I have a bachelor's degree in journalism. Took me a little while, about 5 years to get that, and then after I graduated from school, I actually had some difficulty. That was right after 9/11, September 11th. And it took me about 2.5 years to get a job. I worked at Showcase Cinema in Lowell as the concessions.
The candy man.
The pick and mix, right.
Yep.
So I did that till about May of 2007. In the interim, I was actually hired at the Northeast Independent Living Program as the ILVR coordinator, part-time specialist. And I've actually, since that, and sometime in October of 2010, I got a promotion as a youth skills specialist, working with the youth 14 to 22, working with the IEP plan, IEPs, and just general advocacy for people with disabilities. And that obviously is very important because that's the youth, and you're going right into the schools and talking about how to advocate for yourself. We might talk about something like budgeting or transportation, which for me, folks, if you don't know, and I'm sure you don't because this is the first time you've met me, I don't actually drive a car at this time. It might happen. But I actually have been taking public transportation, Easy Trans, which is the Merrimack Valley Regional Transit's a version of the Roadrunner here in Lowell, back and forth to work every day, and I've been pretty successful because now I work full-time.
That's great. And you do a great job with the youth. It's something that really needs to be addressed. Training and showing our young people with disabilities, training them to be the leaders of tomorrow. Right.
I mean, the youth is the most important, really, resource that we have, because without that, we might be in serious trouble.
Did you perceive yourself as having a disability growing up?
Growing up, like I said, I always, I'm not going to lie, there were some struggles in terms of, wondering if I could do it, wondering if I could live on the campus at Salem State.
Well, you did a great job. You bachelor's and working and bachelor's in journalism.
Right. And I was actually able to live on the campuses for all that time and do it.
That's great.
So,
well, we'll learn more about access and how to shatter barriers on our next show.
Right. Hello, everybody. I'd like to introduce our next guest, Mr. Ron Eskins, who's going to discuss Social Security issues.
Hello, my name is Ron Eskin. I'm a lawyer in Lowell and have been practicing with the Social Security and private disability insurance systems for approximately 35 years. I want to talk a little bit about Social Security, which is America's pension. There are 53 million people receiving benefits, most of them retirement benefits, from Social Security. And there's been a lot of talk lately about the fact that Social Security might go belly up. And what I want to say is that people shouldn't be wasting a lot of their time worrying about that. Social Security's funding is pretty steady and solid till the year 2036, even by the most cautious projections. And to keep it steady through the end of the 21st century, only small incremental changes need to be made, such as increasing the retirement age by 1 year, the early retirement age by 1 year by 2050, and 1 more year in 2075. So putting that into real numbers, that would mean to get early retirement in 2050, you'd need to be 63 instead of 62, and you'd need to be 68 instead of 67 if you retired after 2050. They're talking also about reducing the cost of living increases, shaving some benefits off of upper income recipients, and allowing benefits to be assembled out of a fund that's developed by taxing over $107,000, and that's the limit now for people who are working. If they have over $107,000 a year, they don't have to contribute any more to get Social Security. If this were raised, then the fund would be more stable. And I emphasize that that tax would only be applicable to people who would then have to pay the same thing everyone else pays when they have income over $107,000. And right now, they don't pay the same. There's no doubt this is the most effective disability and retirement system that is going at this point. The cost compared to those similar programs in Europe and elsewhere is lower. Also, the benefits are somewhat lower. What it is amazingly successful at doing is lifting elderly and disabled people out of poverty. There was just a GAO report last year that said that 44% of Social Security recipients would fall below the poverty line with inadequate income to support themselves if Social Security stopped paying them. That is to say, some of those people would have no income, some people would have some income, but almost half of the Social Security recipients in the United States would be, by our definition, poor and unable to support themselves in decent housing with an adequate amount of food. And when you consider that that is almost the entire American population, that is a stunning figure. Social Security lifts those people out of poverty, and in that way is an enormously successful program. The fact that Social Security is a program that is based on everyone's participation means that everyone has a stake in it. Those of us who want the program to continue to exist consider this to be an absolute essential for any legislative change that's made in the Social Security system.
Hello, everybody. Thanks for watching. This is the first Shattering Barriers show. If anybody wants to contact us, you can get us at lcod@gmail.com.
Or look us up on our Facebook page at Lowell Commission on Disability. Remember, everybody, October is Disability Awareness Month. I'm sure everybody knows somebody with a disability, so celebrate it.
We're going to be shattering those barriers. Thank you very much.